Hidden beneath a collapsing wooden shelter, surrounded by dust, rust, and decades of neglect, sits a once beautiful Audi R8 V10. Time has not been kind to this machine. The body is covered in corrosion. The paint has long disappeared beneath layers of oxidation. The tires have completely deflated, and nature has slowly begun reclaiming what was once a high-performance supercar. At first glance, many would see nothing more than scrap metal. But beneath the rust, beneath the dirt, and beneath years of abandonment, the soul of this Audi R8 still remains. Today, we begin the process of bringing it back to life. As the morning light enters through the broken roof, the true condition of the vehicle becomes visible. Every panel shows signs of severe deterioration. Rust has spread across the wheel arches, body seams, suspension components, and structural areas. Even the iconic Audi emblem has been consumed by corrosion. Inside the cabin, the situation is no better. Dust covers every surface. The leather seats are cracked and torn. Moisture damage has affected much of the interior, and years of neglect are visible in every corner. The vehicle appears frozen in time. Before any restoration can begin, a complete inspection is required. The hood is carefully opened for the first time in years. Underneath sits the original V10 engine, hidden beneath dirt, rust, and countless signs of aging. Hoses have deteriorated. Components are heavily corroded. Electrical systems show evidence of long-term exposure. The road ahead will be difficult. Every damaged area is carefully documented. Measurements are recorded. Photographs are taken. A restoration plan begins to take shape. With the inspection complete, the recovery process can finally begin. Heavy-duty straps are secured to the vehicle. Every movement must be slow and controlled. The structure has weakened over time, and unnecessary force could cause further damage. As the winch begins pulling, decades of dust rise into the air. For the first time in years, sunlight reaches areas of the Audi R8 that have remained hidden beneath the shelter. Slowly, the forgotten supercar emerges from its resting place. What once seemed impossible is now becoming reality. The Audi R8 is carefully loaded onto a transport trailer and prepared for its journey to the restoration workshop. The next chapter begins. Upon arrival, the vehicle is positioned under bright inspection lights. The workshop environment could not be more different from the abandoned shelter where it was discovered. Clean floors, professional equipment, precision tools, everything required to save this machine. The first task is cleaning. Years of dirt, leaves, dust, and debris must be removed before the true condition can be evaluated. Compressed air blows away loose contamination. Dust clouds fill the workshop. Slowly, hidden surfaces begin to reappear. The interior is vacuumed and cleared of debris. Every compartment is inspected. Every surface is cleaned. Then comes the first deep wash. High-pressure water begins stripping away decades of accumulated dirt. Mud flows from the body panels. Rust becomes more visible with every pass. The true extent of the damage is finally revealed. The wheels, underbody, engine bay, and exterior panels are thoroughly cleaned. What remains is a heavily rusted Audi R8, but now the restoration team can clearly see what must be repaired. The cleaning phase is complete. The real work is about to begin. Every bolt, every panel, every mechanical component will soon be removed. This forgotten Audi R8 has taken its first step toward a second life. And the journey has only just begun. With the initial cleaning complete, the true challenge finally begins. Every major component of the Audi R8 must now be removed. The goal is simple: restore every system, repair every damaged surface, and rebuild this supercar from the ground up. The disassembly process starts at the front of the vehicle. The bumper is carefully removed. Years of hidden corrosion are revealed behind the panels. Components that once appeared solid now show the effects of moisture, oxidation, and time. The headlights are removed next. Their lenses have become cloudy and damaged after years of neglect. Every part is cataloged and stored. Organization is critical during a project of this scale. The doors are detached. The rear body panels are removed. The suspension, braking system, cooling components, and exhaust are all carefully dismantled. One by one, the pieces that once formed this Audi R8 are separated. Soon, only the core structure remains. Attention then shifts to the interior. The worn seats are removed. Damaged carpets are discarded. The dashboard is carefully disassembled. Electrical systems are inspected and documented. Years of dust and deterioration have affected nearly every component. Yet beneath the damage, the original engineering remains. And it is worth saving. The most significant moment arrives when the V10 engine is prepared for removal. Every hose, every wire, every connection, all must be disconnected with precision. Finally, the engine crane begins to lift. Slowly and carefully, the heart of the Audi R8 rises from the chassis. For the first time in years, the empty engine bay is exposed. The vehicle is now completely stripped. Only the bare chassis remains. This is where the restoration enters its most important stage. Structural repair. The chassis is moved into the metal restoration area. Years of corrosion have weakened multiple sections. Before rebuilding can begin, every trace of rust must be removed. Industrial sandblasting equipment strips away old paint, corrosion, and contamination. Layer after layer disappears. Fresh metal begins to emerge. Hidden damage becomes visible. Rust holes, weak sections, structural deterioration. Every problem is identified. Every damaged area is marked for repair. The restoration team begins removing weakened metal. Cutting tools slice away rusted sections. Sparks illuminate the workshop. Compromised panels are removed. Fresh steel is fabricated to replace them. Using precision tools and factory measurements, new sections are shaped and formed. Every contour is matched carefully. Every dimension is verified. The replacement panels are then fitted into position. Welding begins. One seam at a time. One repair at a time. The Audi R8 slowly regains its strength. Fresh metal replaces decades of damage. As repairs continue, the structure becomes stronger with every completed weld. Grinding and finishing work smooth the repaired areas. The once damaged chassis begins to look whole again. Alignment equipment verifies structural accuracy. Measurements are checked repeatedly. Everything must meet factory specifications. There is no room for compromise. Once repairs are complete, protective treatments are applied. Rust inhibitors, seam sealers, high-quality primers. Every surface is prepared for decades of future protection. For the first time since the restoration began, the chassis looks renewed. But one major challenge remains. The engine. The original V10 power plant is placed on a dedicated engine stand. Years of contamination cover its exterior. Its condition remains uncertain. The disassembly process begins. Valve covers are removed. Cylinder heads are detached. Internal components are inspected. Every part tells a story of age and wear. Carbon deposits have accumulated throughout the engine. Bearings show signs of use. Seals have deteriorated. Yet many critical components remain salvageable. The engine is completely dismantled. Pistons, connecting rods, crankshaft, valve train components. Everything is carefully examined. Every reusable component is cleaned and restored. Parts move through industrial cleaning systems. Years of contamination disappear. Precision machining restores critical surfaces. Cylinder walls are refinished. Cylinder heads are resurfaced. Valves are restored. The crankshaft is measured and polished. Slowly, the engine begins its transformation. The restoration team prepares new bearings, seals, piston rings, and gaskets. Fresh components are organized and ready. The foundation for a complete engine rebuild is now in place. The chassis has been saved. The engine has been restored. The most difficult phase of the project is complete. And for the first time, the vision of a fully restored Audi R8 is beginning to become reality. 30 out of 9:07 a.m. Mogul. After months of work, countless hours of labor, and an unwavering commitment to detail, the restoration of the Audi R8 enters its final stage. The foundation has been rebuilt. The chassis has been repaired. The engine has been restored. Now it is time to transform this machine into the supercar it was always meant to be. The body panels undergo their final preparation. Every surface is carefully inspected. Even the smallest imperfection is corrected. Hours of sanding ensure perfectly smooth contours. The goal is simple, a finish worthy of a world-class supercar. With preparation complete, the Audi R8 enters the paint booth. Bright lights illuminate every panel. The atmosphere is calm, focused, precise. The first layer of color is applied. A vibrant glossy yellow begins covering the body. Panel by panel, the transformation unfolds. The rust and damage that once dominated every surface are now replaced by fresh, flawless paint. Additional coats deepen the color. The finish becomes richer, more vibrant, more alive. Then comes the clear coat, carefully applied across every surface. Its purpose is protection, but it also creates something equally important: depth, reflection, brilliance. As the clear coat settles, the Audi R8 begins to look extraordinary. The body now reflects light like glass. Every curve, every line,